What's up guys, welcome back to the Legal Talk with Madam Attorney. I am back with another video, and today we are talking all things businessy, right? But before I get started with this video, let me just say hi to all my new subscribers, to everybody that keeps watching our videos, to all the people that watch but have not subscribed. Do the right thing, okay? Do the right thing, right? So today I am talking about 5 things that every small business owner should know, should hear, should work on, should know about before they start their business, right? We are discussing what it is that you need to know before you start your business, so that you don't get discouraged along the way, so that you do not give up along the way, so that you don't think, oh, I'm never gonna crack this, right? A lot of times we don't have people that tell us how the journey was when they started, and you think, oh my gosh, I'm the only person that is going through this, or it's difficult for me only, and right? So today I'm here to share 5 tips that every small business owner should know about, or should at least hear of, right? So that the journey gets a little bit easier, because honey, it's tough out there, right? It's really tough. Okay, so let's introduce the video and get right on with today. Okay guys, so tip number 1, right? Every person that starts a business should know one thing, right? It takes time to build a successful business. It really takes time to build a successful business. Things don't just happen overnight, right? Some people are lucky, they start out with a huge following, they already have people that know them, which then helps boost their sales from day one. But a lot of people like me, right, start businesses when they got 0 following, they don't know anybody, they're not even that outspoken, right? They quiet, keep to themselves and keep to their tiny corners. So that way it's much harder for people to hear about the services that they offer. So every small business person needs to know that it takes time to build a business. Some it takes years, some it happens in one day, you know, they just boom overnight. But for a lot of us, for a lot of people, it really does take time to build an office or a business that is going to sustain you long term, right? So do not get discouraged, do not give up. 1 year, some people it takes them 3 years, some people it takes them 5 years to finally, you know, do really well in their business or to be well known. Some people it takes them 1 day, some 1 month. And listen, they're making millions. Some have really good, great connections. Some have non-existent connections, 0, none whatsoever, nada, right? So it takes time to build. So build and enjoy the journey and grow with the business, and do not be hard on yourself, right? That is tip number 1, because as a business entrepreneur you need to be mentally prepared, right? So prepare yourself, prepare your mind, know that, you know what, I am doing this, right? If it booms in one night, great, God is by my side. Even if it doesn't boom in one night, God is still on your side, right? But if it does in one night, great. But if it doesn't, it just means that take that much more time to build, take that much more time to know, like, work on it, right? But it will happen, it will happen. It just needs you to know that it is gonna take time, and for you to be mentally prepared that, you know what, if it does take me time, I will put in the time that is required, I will put in the hours, and I will work on this business, and I will build it from 0, from ground up, right? So yes, tip number 1, it takes time, okay? Tip number 2, right? Now that you've mentally prepared yourself that, you know what, this is going to take me time, it might not happen in one day and whatever, you need to know that you have to be very consistent, right? You need to be so consistent in what it is that you do, right? So this means that you can't wake up one morning, go to the office, sell the business, tell people about it, and then for the next 2 weeks you're like, this thing is not working out, so I'm not going back out there again. No, right? Say maybe you have a salon, right? And people walk in the first day, and the next 3 days or the next 2 weeks no one comes into the salon, and when the following weeks or days you just don't go back to the salon because you're discouraged. No, go back even if there is no one that is coming into your office, or even if there's no one that is buying your product, even if like it seems like nobody sees you. No, it is part of the process. Consistency is key. Keep doing what you do. Keep doing it. Do it every day. Do it in the morning, do it during the day, do it throughout the day, every single day, up until you get the results that you want. Do not give up along the way. Do not give up. Be very consistent. If you wake up and you're selling fat cooks on the street, sell them daily, right? Sell them daily, every day, up until you get to a point that you want to get to. So consistency is key. If you have an office and you're selling professional services, right? Sometimes people don't need professional services and they're like, what for, right? But do not do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you relaxed, then you go back on on Friday, and you're thinking, yeah, now I'm back. No, be consistent. Be consistent with every single aspect of your business. Be consistent with your finances, be consistent with your admin, be consistent with your marketing, be consistent with every single part of the business. Be very consistent about it. Be consistent with it. Be consistent, right? If you must wear formal to get clients, wear them even on Sunday, even on Saturday at night. You're on formal. You've been consistent. I'm kidding, right? But be very consistent. Be consistent with what it is that you're doing. Do it day in and day out, right? Do it day in and out. Claro. You must be very consistent, guys, and with time, you will start seeing the results that you're hoping for. You will start seeing you'll start seeing results, and you'll start seeing the benefit or the product of your work, right? So you gotta be very consistent with every single little thing that you need to do, right? Then tip number 3, right? If you are starting anything, doesn't matter how small the business is, register that business, right? Go to CIPC, register your business, give it a name, open a bank account for it, have your paper documentation that is needed for the business. That is going to help you when you need to apply for funding, when you need to apply for government programs that help small businesses. They're not going to help you if you're a sole proprietor, because it doesn't work to your advantage being a sole proprietor, right? So register the business, have proper documentation, have tax certificates if you must, have business cards. Listen, register it, let it be a professional business, let it be a registered business. It is going to help you in the long run, right? Now from point 3 it flows to point number 4, because you need to get an admin person, right? You need to get an admin person. You can use government funded programs that have students that need to obtain experience, so you don't literally need to have money. If you're a registered business and you have been in operation, maybe say for 3 months, whatever, you can apply for such government programs where they give you interns that could come and work in your business. So you could get an admin person that's gonna make sure they're in the office answering your phones. They are there, maybe if you're selling stuff, taking the orders, packing the orders, making sure the orders go out on time. So if you are a registered business, you are able to qualify for such things, which really works to your advantage. You don't need to have money in order to start or even get the assistance that you need, right? Register the business, then you can apply for such programs where they'll give you those interns that will come work in your business, but you need to make sure that you have registered the business. Okay, make sure that you have registered the business so that you can qualify for such programs. Some government programs will give you startup cash. They'll say if you're a registered business and you've got these documents in place, we'll give you 10,000 if you haven't been in existence for long. Or maybe they'll say if you've been operating for a year and you've got one person that you've hired, you'll qualify for 50,000. Or if you've been in business for over 2 years and you've got more than 2 people that you've hired, you qualify for 100k. There are such initiatives that government has put out there to help small businesses, but you must have a registered business. You must make sure that you've got admin people that assist you to apply for those things, because as an owner of the business, you must probably trying to make sure that you get more business for you're getting more business or more work for your business, and you don't necessarily have the time to sit down and do all things yourself, right? So register the business, then apply for these government funded programs. Apply for these programs where you have people that will work with you. No man is an island, guys, and that is so true, and you cannot build an empire on your own. The more you grow, right, that is the more you're going to require assistance, and there are government funded programs that can help you and get you people to come and work with you for free. Those people are paid by government and whatever agencies. There are agencies out there that just want to place employees in different corporations or in different companies, right? So use that as a small business so that you've got all the help that you can get, right? So that was tip number 4, making sure that you've got an administrator in the office, you've got somebody that is taking your calls, you've got somebody that is logging everything in, right? Then tip number 5, I cannot stress this enough. Tip number 5, guys, please make sure that you have an accountant or / bookkeeper, right? Have an accountant. Record every single transaction that takes place in your office. Have somebody that is simply just dedicated for that, just recording every single thing that happens, money that comes in, money that goes out. Because let me tell you one thing, if you are starting a business, you are definitely spending money. Whether you're spending money on how you look, whether you're spending money on pens and pencils, files, you know, inventory for the office, you're spending money. Whether you're spending on business cards, you are still spending money. So keep those transactions recorded somewhere. Have an accountant so you can see if your business is growing, so you can see if you're working at a loss. If you've got an accountant and you are able to keep track of this from the very first day of operation, then you are able to track things and see if your growth is, you know, you've got, and just see, man, if you are growing or if you're not. That way you can then take the necessary steps to correct whatever the situation is within your office. But if you don't, you just take out 100 rand or 250 daily, né? You're buying this, you're buying that, you're not even sure what you are spending the money on because you're not keeping proper records of what you're spending on. Eventually it's gonna count against you. SARS is gonna see all this money that's come into your account, and you won't be able to account for where that money went or how was that money spent. And now you end up paying more in taxes where you would have maybe saved a lot on taxes, because those things would have been business expenses. They would have been deducted as business expenses before anything has to be paid over to SARS. So guys, those were just my 5 tips. There's quite a lot more things I could mention, but I don't want this video to be too long, right? Maybe I'll do another video again, but those are just like the most important for me. First of all, you need to know that you are not alone. It takes time to build a business, guys. It really doesn't happen overnight. It takes time to build anything, brand, home, whatever. It takes time. You are no different. It might take time for you. If you're one of the lucky few that just boom overnight, great, yay. But if you're not, do not be discouraged because it is taking time. Every business takes time to get off the ground and for that business to be known or recognized or whatever, right? 2, you are really going to have to be consistent. Keep proper admin, keep proper records, have a bookkeeper, have an accountant, and then enjoy the process. Guys, the last part where I say enjoy the process is easier said than done. It's not easy to enjoy the process or the process of building anything when you are just like, oh, I need money for this, I need money for that, and it's not happening. But don't despair, honey, you're not alone. It really does take time. Take it from somebody that has walked the path before. It takes time, and I wish I had people who could tell me, don't worry, it took me 3 years to finally be able to even get a salary. Oh, that's hard, but it does take time, you know. You're not alone. It takes time, but it's possible. And after 5 years, like, you know, things could be so different, and you'll look back and think, wow, I'm glad I did not give up, because now I'm able to do 1, 2 and 3. It takes time. Just be consistent, have an admin, have support, keep proper records of every transaction that happens in the office, have an accountant so that they can help you with your taxes, and then you are good to go. There's government programs that can help you out, right? Great. That was me on business talk, you know, on all things business. That's just another segment that I feel like I should incorporate into my channel, because wow, like, the entrepreneurship journey is lonely. You know, people just tell you, oh, don't worry, you know, just do it. Yeah, they don't tell you, good see, yay. You know, it's hard, but it does get better. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. If you do enjoy this kind of content, please hit the like button, comment down below, subscribe. Tell me if there's more topics that you want me to talk about that are related to business, because yeah, thank you so much, guys. I'll see you in another video. Bye.